While many electric cars are pretty quick, Hyundai, well, they want to engineer a little bit more fun in their next product here, the Ioniq 5N. Hi, my name is Jimmy, and well, yeah, this is the 2025 Ioniq 5N, and I've been having a lot of fun in it for the past 5 days. However, it's not what you expect the type of fun. I'm not like driving this recklessly or anything like that. I'm just driving it every day on normal streets, and it's been very enjoyable. Allow me to demonstrate. I'm going to turn on the NE gear shifting mode, whatever they want to call it. Essentially, it mimics an 8-speed automatic transmission. I'm in normal mode right now, not N mode or anything else. And let's just head off. I'll lower the AC here so you can hear. I mean, sure, it doesn't sound like an actual internal combustion engine. I get that. But it's not all that bad. I have it turned down where the audio isn't like on its max. I have it at like 10 or something, and I feel like it's that really good mixture where you still hear it, but it doesn't sound overwhelming. It's very enjoyable. And the overall experience, well, it just makes it a lot more fun because there's that audio factor. And it's more than just that. When you're driving, you feel the gear shifts. So from first to second, there's that little bit of a jerk. Second to third, there's that little bit of jerk. Every gear that you go up or down, you feel a little bit of a jerk. So third gear, shift down. Second, shift down again. First gear. And it, well, like a normal internal combustion engine car, because of the gear ratio, when it's on first gear, it actually like slows you down a lot. And it's doing that not through braking, I mean, kind of, but it's just doing that through the regeneration of the motor. It's really, really cool. It's very nerdy stuff. Sure, it's quick. I mean, if you put the N-Grin boost on, that gives you 641 horsepower. It's no slouch. I mean, I think Hyundai says 3.3 seconds or so to 60 miles per hour. I'm sure you can go faster than that. But do you need something quicker than that? Probably not. Because it's just fun, even around town. Because it feels like an internal combustion engine. It's unlike any other EV. And that's the best thing about it. It feels like a normal car. I mean, I get it. When you want to have a, the EV experience, you can. You turn that feature off, everything goes silent as long as you have that set up. And it just feels like a normal EV. It's nice and quiet, there's no gears, nothing, and you can change the regen with the paddles. It's very normal. But once you press that button, it changes the entire dynamics of the vehicle. I absolutely love this. And I'm not driving anywhere near the speed limit. I'm having fun. It feels like a normal car. That's the best thing about it. It feels like a normal car. I get it. When you buy an EV, you want that EV sensation, and it does give you that. Trust me, it does. But this is so different. It makes it that much cooler. And of course, the exterior, I mean, say what you will. The Ioniq 5, I think it looks great. And with the end bits, the front aero treatment, the skirts, the 21-inch wheels, the big brakes underneath these wheels, all of that just really adds to the overall mean-looking machine that it is. What's nice is you're not really losing any practicality here. If you open up the trunk, it's just as much trunk space as the regular Ioniq 5. You can still move those rear seats forward and aft. You can lean it back if you like, and there's plenty of room for adults in the back. And if you're thinking about carrying kiddos, well, you don't have to worry, because just like the regular Ioniq 5, well, there's plenty of space. Here on the driver's side, this is a collect lane. No worries getting that infant seat in here. There's plenty of room. On the passenger side, this is a FUMF. Once again, no real issues. And when they get a little bit older and they're using a high back booster like this Uber here, once again, no issues. This definitely isn't some sort of compromised machine or anything like that. It's more than suitable for your family. And even in front here, these heated and ventilated front seats, well, they're very comfortable. They're sport bucket seats, and it even has an illuminated N logo, kind of mimicking like the M seats that you get in an M3 or M4. They're superbly comfortable. Sure, they're manually adjustable, but I don't really care about that. If anything, it saves a little bit of weight, kind of like, well, the fact that I don't have a sunroof. In front of me, I do have a heated steering wheel here, and of course it is definitely changed from the regular Ioniq 5. You got all your drive modes on here, you got 2 dedicated custom N buttons, and of course that N Grin boost button on the top here. And behind that you get your full digital cluster, and what's nice here is it is customizable. You got your regular display modes that you can have like in the Kona, for example, but when you press the N button, it gives you these N gauges. You can also customize that if you want within the infotainment. What I like about this is black bezels. Unlike the regular Ioniq 5 where it's just white, this is all blacked out. It's definitely more stealthy, and that stretches across to the infotainment. That's been updated. There's wireless CarPlay now, love it. It works well, no real issues here. And same thing with the climate control, that's also been updated. I know people is going to get like kind of upset the fact that the heated and ventilated seats you have to go into a menu for, but honestly, it's not that bad. You're not going to be pressing those buttons all too much. You still get your climate controls on here. You got your heat button. I mean, the things that you really need is there. At least you don't have to flip back and forth like Kia does for your media controls, for example. And unlike the regular Ioniq 5 where it's just, well, a gaping center here, you got this center console and it's padded on the side, so, well, you can rest your knee on it and still be relatively comfortable. It's a thoughtfully, well, updated interior, although I must say I kind of wish I had a little bit more spiciness for the level that you're getting here. But let's talk about that powertrain. Normally you get 601 horsepower, and if you press that NGB button, you get 641 horsepower. I guess, well, let's slow down here. Ooh, I should probably activate. There is a lot of menus for your N modes. That's kind of annoying, to be honest. But let me activate launch control. It's ready. Put my foot down. Oh! Yeah, that's really quick. I mean, what you expect? It's a full-on N car, right? This takes it that much more levels above the regular Ioniq 5. The regular Ioniq 5, the all-wheel drive, like dual motor, of course, with the big battery, that's plenty quick enough. But this is definitely on another level. This is real quick. And it's actually very enjoyable. The overall experience, how comfortable it is. With the suspension on the softer setting like I have it right now, it feels a little bit firmer than the regular Ioniq 5, but it's not that much more. And if you put it on full firm, you do feel, well, just more out of the chassis. It's a very composed vehicle overall. It's actually a very well set up suspension system. Very much enjoy it. The only real problem I have with the Ioniq 5 is just the amount of options. Now, don't get me wrong, I love options, but in here, there's just so many options for you to pick from calibration of the motor, the steering, and then you got all your, well, N modes, N grin shift. You got, oh, not N grin shift, I can't even remember, N paddles? What is there? N torque distribution, N pedal, N race, N drift optimizer. Going back to the regular menu here, and you got What else do you have? You have NE shift, that's the paddle shifter. Like, there's just so many different settings. It may be difficult for you to, well, get everything the way that you want it to be set up. But once you do, this experience, absolutely phenomenal. It really is. Now, the biggest thing in the room is the price. At 80,000 Canadian dollars, it's a lot. And everyone that I've ever met said $80,000 is a whole lot for a Hyundai. I get it. You know, in the same showroom, you can get like, what, a $25,000 Hyundai Accent? Actually, they don't make those anymore. Like a 28,000 or whatever Hyundai Venue. I get it. But it's very similar if you walk into a Honda dealership. It's a very similar experience if you walk into a Toyota dealership. So I don't think it's any different here. And what you're getting, this is a full-on sports car. It really is. There's a lot of videos out there taking this like on the Nürburgring, taking this out on track days, and it's able to like demolish a lot of other vehicles. And the brakes, they hold up. The chassis, it holds up. Not a lot of electric cars can go through that kind of punishment, but this can. And that definitely says something about it. In any case, I think that's really all I have to say. It's a lot of money, yes, at 80,000, but I think it's still worth it, being about $20,000 more than the, well, regular Ioniq 5 full ultimate with the dual motor, bigger battery and whatnot. I think it's worth it. And every single person that, well, I've taken for a ride, they actually very much enjoy it. And that whole gear shift thing, sure, the sound part and the 3 different types of audio might be a little weird at first, but it's the feeling that you get with the shift and the sound and the overall experience. You kind of forget about the fake noises that, well, it generates. It's more about just the overall experience, and the overall experience is really, really good. In any case, that's really all I gotta say. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.